The ethos of an organisation is from the top down, and yes, I have had experience of good and bad. I did work for one organisation where I felt very uncomfortable having time off, and the situation was that my mother, all of her life, she was a paranoid schizophrenic, so she struggled quite often with day-to-day living, but we managed that. But eventually she developed Parkinson's disease, which made the situation very difficult to deal with. And I was off for 2 weeks. When I got back to work, I was subjected to a really intrusive return to work interview, which I found very distressing. I felt undervalued as a person, and to be honest, I actually felt as though I wasn't believed. I feel as though, when I think back on it, that consideration should have been given to the fact that I had a 15-year record in this place of employment without one single day off sick. And I think that when you see a staff member who's never off for any reason suddenly find themselves in a situation where they're taking time off, there has to be something seriously wrong. It's an experience that I've never forgotten. And because of that, when I've been in a position to change things and influence the culture of an organisation as I am now, then I've reflected on that, and the policies that we have are very much an evidence of that experience.
I got a job while Alison was just being diagnosed, so it was a case of letting them know what it was all about, and my caring role for Alison at the time. And great, I was taken to HR, sat down with the head of HR, and yeah, we're going to support you, we'll help you with this, that and the other. Time off, holidays at the right time, you know, plenty of support there for us. In reality, unfortunately, that didn't occur, because you come away from the HR that likes to think it's helping people, and then you put in your department where your supervisor has this wonderful word, discretion, and his discretion will let you go home when you need to, if your wife's taking tablets that she shouldn't have, or she's went missing when she shouldn't have. So it became very, very difficult. I had the support of my work colleagues. That was great. You know, someone just to chat to. They would ask how she was. I would get things off my chest. Great, wonderful chaps. But they changed the supervisor so much, and then I got one supervisor who just really didn't care. In a case, he switched my shifts and made it more difficult for me to see Alison. So really, work didn't come up to the expectations that I thought they would.
When things really go wrong, it can be frustrating and it can be quite sad, because when things go wrong, it tends to result in either a carer going away from the workplace long-term sick, or having to leave the workplace. And often it can be because just lack of communication, and perhaps sometimes a lack of understanding on the business's perspective to try and work with the rules to see what's possible and come to some kind of compromise.
Like I say, I've been moved from shift to shift. Granted, they're keeping us on the 4 shift I've applied for, but every time, why am I being the one that's being shifted onto the next section, And you get the jobs where you think, oh, no, they're trying to get rid of us. You really do feel like you picked up on, but you can't put a finger on it. You can't say, that job's there to make me leave. But you know yourself, inside yourself, when other people are mentioning, oh, you're on that job again. It's one of those things.